Jennifer Lopez with her partner in rhyme on that one, Pitbull. It's the track Dance Again. Time for my guest of the day to come on.
94.3.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishikesh.
Okay, the Cannes Line International Festival of Creativity has gone online in these, COVID-19 times. And Raahil Chopra, who heads editorial at Campaign India, has been our eyes and ears on the ground at Cannes every single year. And this year, of course, we had to have him on, albeit in an online avatar. Raahil, I hope friends, family, extended family and colleagues are all right during this COVID-19 crisis.
Hi, all well so far. Hope everything's good with you as well.
Excellent. Couldn't ask for more thus far, but your heart always reaches out to people who are suffering. Let's start with the fact that the Cannes Line International Festival has gone online. Has it affected popularity? Has it increased popularity? Because, now you don't have to physically go all the way to the French Riviera. How's the experience been thus far?
See, the experience right now, first they wanted to postpone the event. They thought they would do it in October. And when they figured that things are not going to probably get better even by October, they moved it online. And the one good thing is that it's free for everyone to attend, because otherwise Cannes is superbly expensive for anyone to attend. It's not obviously only the flight, it's also the festival pass, and accommodation is really expensive around then. So now that it's free, it's obviously available to a lot more people to attend, and I guess that should help the popularity of Cannes.
Listen, some very interesting sessions that you were part of in the audience. One of them was a singer-songwriter, producer Wyclef Jean. So what did Wyclef speak about? Give us the lowdown on that.
So Wyclef spoke about something that's really relevant right now, and that's the whole Black Lives Matter movement. He called this the Great Awakening. He said while these things have been happening before as well, with protests happening before as well, what has changed now is that somebody actually got, the whole George Floyd incident on video, which was a 17-year-old who recorded it, and he's saying now there's no escaping this. So this is a movement now which is only going to gather more pace according to him, and hopefully make a difference as well.
Yeah, and I hope they got him to play a little bit, bro.
He did. He ended it with a small little, he rapped towards the end of it. He was also sitting there with his glass of champagne saying that while I'm not there, the French Riviera, I'm not going to be sulking over it. He sat there and, actually he made one more very pertinent point. He said brands are right now talking a lot about making a difference. It's time they actually start making the difference, where, he's like, the black community does make a lot of purchases and they spend a lot of money. It's now time for brands to give it back to them by probably hiring more people from that race.
That's a very interesting point of view. Raahil Chopra from Campaign India shall be back talking to me about the Cannes Lions. Don't go anywhere. Here's Ed Sheeran with Chance the Rapper. The hit song Cross Me. Only on 94.3 Radio 1 One World, your station. I'm Hrishikesh. Marshmello and Bastille. I remember the crowd at VH1 Supersonic going nuts last year when that track Happier played. Great memories. Raahil Chopra takes care of editorial at Campaign India. He's speaking to me about the Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity, a hotspot for advertising and marketing aces from around the globe. He's been a regular covering the festival since 2013.
94.3.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishikesh.
Now, one of the other highlights was HSBC Chief Marketing Officer Leanne Cutts. But what was really a matter of pride for India is Josie Paul, BBDO. What did Josie speak about keeping the Indian flag flying high?
So Josie's been a regular at Cannes. He's won several awards out there. But yesterday he was speaking about his whole journey as a creative, how he began and what really got him in love with advertising. He spoke about when he was younger in his career, it was about selling ideas to clients. Now it's more about all clients looking to buy his ideas. It's a subtle difference that is made with a little change in positioning, where BBDO looks to create acts and not ads, and that's the difference that he's seen over his career now.
Yeah, and this really is the coming together of some very, very interesting minds. You're talking people as diverse as Mallory Rubin, executive editor at The Ringer, and of course Antonio Lucci, Mark Darcy. I know in the past you've had some really stellar sessions that you've been a part of. What are you looking forward to in terms of this year's edition? The key takeaways, and most importantly, what is the emphasis on the global crisis that is COVID-19?
So there are a lot of, I'll tell you what, it's actually more than the global crisis about COVID-19. They're talking a lot about Black Lives Matter. At least that was the case on day one. In terms of what I'm looking forward to from an Indian perspective, there's Anupam Kher who's going to be speaking later on this week. It's interesting to see what he talks about. One thing about Cannes has always been the awards. That's not there this year, but they're compensating about that with filling in the agencies of the decade from different regions, and they're announcing a different region every day. Yesterday they announced of the Middle East. They're going to be announcing South Asia later this week, so that's something which is going to be interesting. They're going to be announcing the independent agencies of the decade, and that is the only award that I have to look forward to. And other than that, obviously there are only a lot of learnings. I'm sure they're going to start talking about how COVID has impacted the agency world, but as of now it was more about Black Lives Matter.
We'll speak a little more with Raahil Chopra up ahead and catch up with what else is happening at the Cannes Line International Festival of Creativity. He heads editorial at Campaign India. The Weekend and Doha Cat now with In Your Eyes. My name is Hrishikesh and you're tuned into 94.3 Radio 1 World, your station. It's a Beautiful Day by Michael Bublé. My guest of the day continues on the show.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishikesh.
Raahil Chopra continues on the show. The man who heads editorial for Campaign India, doing great service to us. He's our eyes and ears at the Lions Live, the Cannes Line International Festival of Creativity. Raahil, the United Nations Under-Secretary General, the Executive Director of UN Women and Chair of the Unstereotype Alliance, is a remarkable lady. I leave you to give us her pronunciation and tell me what she spoke about.
So the pronunciation I'm not too sure about, but it's Fumzile Mlapo Nguka. She was really interesting. She was actually at Cannes Lion last year, and again they brought her this year. What she addressed was a letter to the white people and men. She said since white people and men have a privilege, it's time for them to use it for the collective good. It's important that brands and agencies look at the composition of the people that they have in organizations and change that. And they're saying like we even spoke about this earlier when Wyclef spoke about it. He's like, if there is so much money coming in from the black people from different communities, you have to return it to them, and organizations have to now look at hiring people from there.
So obviously for somebody like her who's lived through the overthrow of apartheid in South Africa,
yes,
she would have had some wonderful stories to talk about that period of apartheid and racial discrimination.
Absolutely. In fact, she spoke about a story from her wedding, and since a lot of the activists visited her wedding, people thought it's yet another protest, and there was tear gas during her wedding in South Africa. And moments like this are touching, and like she said, people who have not experienced it will never know about it, and which is why she kept on talking about people from that race being a part of organizations because they've experienced it, and that's what they bring to the table then.
Lovely. And obviously it is up to us, the marketing and advertising folk also, to kind of catalyze that particular change. Yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. More with Raahil Chopra up ahead. Don't go anywhere. Here's Madonna and music only on 94.3 Radio 1 World, your station. I'm Hrishikesh. Walk the moon with that cracker of a hit. Shut up and dance.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishikesh.
It's Raahil Chopra from Campaign India talking about Lions Live. The Cannes Lion International Festival of Creativity is moved online, and today is day 3. And these are some very exciting sessions that Raahil attended in the latter half of the day. Yesterday, remember, he's been going to the Lions since 2013. Another very, very interesting session, and I leave you to handhold us through that one, is this very interesting lady. I believe she heads Densum Gary Bowen, which is a creative agency.
Yeah, so Murli Jaime, she's the global president of Densum McGarry Bowen. She was talking about advice for the youngsters, and she linked that to how the whole agency business is now suffering because of marketers not spending during the coronavirus crisis. So she spoke about a lot of the work we've spoken about this in the past as well, is created just for awards, and they don't really get marketing effectiveness for clients. So she said this is something that, even though she is a creative herself, she's asking creators to embrace and change that and just work towards effectiveness instead, because right now that's what brands require. They're going to be just heading to agencies. She spoke about how content is available everywhere right now, and agencies have to differentiate themselves by offering the best of it, but they have to make sure that it's effective for the client.
Totally. And I firmly believe that creativity is going to play the most important role in building brands as we try and bounce back in this new normal. Diversification, inspiration, all of that. So listen, It's Wednesday the 24th. Today is an eventful day. What are the sessions you're looking forward to attending today? I believe Richard Curtis is on, some conversation on creators for change. What else today?
There are a couple. You spoke about Richard Curtis. There's another one that I was keen to attend. That is Mark Pritchard from PNG, who's going to be speaking, and he's always there at Cannes, and it's always a full packed house when he's speaking. So he is going to be talking later today, and his topic is stepping up creativity as a force for good. So we're going to see what he's going to be talking, and I'm looking forward to hearing from him.
Also, there seems to be a session from IBM later in the day, and something really interesting about making gender equal advertising a reality. So
Yes.
Another eventful day.
That's the Azure, and the Azure has been pressing for that course for a while now. They're speaking at Cannes. They've been doing that in India actually for a while as well. So I'm looking forward to this as well.
Where can people follow you on social media? Are you putting out some posts, some tweets, and also are you writing about your experience at the Cannes line?
Yes, so our website campaignIndia.in will be the one-stop destination for all the Lions Live stories. On Facebook and Twitter as well, we are posting on Twitter. We are campaign_India. On Facebook, we are facebook.com/campaignIndia.in.
Super stuff, and I look forward to speaking to you later and catching up on all today's activities. Take care, Raahil Chopra. Bye-bye.
Thanks, you bye.
It's the Vamps and their collaboration with Shawn Mendes. The Simon and Garfunkel redo Cecilia. Only on 94.3 Radio 1 One World, your station. My name is Hrishikesh.